What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about how to do a perfect hesitation release and how to use one of those HESI moves to get this DB to stop his feet so I can get some separation back to the outside. So I hope this video gives you guys some value. Hope it teaches you a few things just about press releases, what you guys can do to create some separation and get this DB to sit on the inside, okay? But also, fellas, if you want a ultimate wide receiver training schedule with all the specific things that wide receivers need to do on the field and all the specific things that wide receivers need to do in the gym, check out that very first link in the description, fellas, for our ultimate wide receiver training schedule. So what you'll get access to is a 4-week-long on-field wide receiver workout plan where we give you all the specific drills you need to do on the field to improve your route running, press releases, catching, explosiveness, and a 30-minute video where we break down each drill and we give you a full-speed example of each drill. And then you'd get access to our 28-day wide receiver gym training program. So all days of both of these plans coincide with each other, so it all matches up. You're doing specific exercises on days that you should be. So check out that very first link in the description, fellas, for our ultimate wide receiver training package. Let's get started. So first things first, we're going to look at this hesitation release from Lawrence Kager here. This is a great example of how you guys need to be patient, keep a good pad level when you're patient, and then being sudden to explode, right? So anytime I go with the hesitation release, this is the situation I want to use it in, right? So if I got a DB who's a little bit closer, it looks like he's maybe going to get a little bit more physical, right? You see that common coverage in like 1-on-1, 7-on-7. In some cases, some bigger guys, some bigger DBs who like to get hands, especially linebackers, I probably don't want to go with this specific release. But when this DB's in this catch technique where he's waiting for you to come to him so he can get hands, that's when I want to use it, right? Because that's what all catch technique is from this DB. When he's sitting here, he wants you to just take off to the outside, think that you have it because he's inside shade, get hands onto your hip, and force you right to the sideline. That's what he wants. So that's when I want to go with this little hesitation release right here. Now, what a DB is taught to do is when this DB hesitates like this, okay, you got to get hands. But as a receiver, we got to understand we don't want to get too close and we don't want to be too far away. Like, I don't want to be over here by the sideline where I'm just moving lateral. I want to close the distance a little bit, make him uncomfortable, but not enough to where I'm going to cover myself and he could get hands on me while he's in this base, right? So this is a perfect spot that you want to be in. Now, when a DB is taught to get hands right here, if he doesn't have hands, we got him. We for sure have him because all I got to do is give him that sudden move, really burst upfield because I got his feet to stop. And he's expecting us to maybe do something fancy, try to break to the inside. He's inside shade, so he's trying to protect the inside, right? So when I give this sudden, or not sudden, but when I give this patient hesitation release, I got to make sure, number two, that I have a great pad level, okay? Because again, what if this DB does lunge? What if he does get hands? If he loses his base, when he tries to lunge at you and tries to get hands, everybody asks me, oh, what do I do if my DB just jumps right at me, jumps in my chest? You got to keep a good pad level and you can't panic. Because if you don't panic and you keep a good pad level, he's going to be off balance. When a DB lunges at you, he's off balance. So you got to make sure that when we come off the line, I have a strong base. I'm in a good pad level position. I'm using my size to my advantage. If you're not the biggest guy in the world, that's okay. You still got to make sure that you keep a good pad level, though, in case this guy jumps and gets hands. But in case if he doesn't get hands, I got to be sudden with that move. So it's a hesitation, then I got to sudden, explode, right? So it's patient, then I'm sudden. Because that suddenness, one, it'll force a reaction out of this DB, especially if I give this little upper half fake. And now that suddenness turns into explosion to where I can drive. Because this push right there, that push off of that cut, is what gives him all the explosion that he needs to turn that into acceleration to win on this vertical portion of the route, right? I know that's very detailed and that's very like the nitty gritty of things, but trust me, fellas, these are the things you guys got to be focusing on when you're doing drill work, when you're doing, individual work at practice with just the receivers and your receiver coach. Those are the specific details that translate into live actual gameplay. Be patient off that line. When you do want to be patient, make sure you stay in a good pad level. Be sudden so you can create some explosion, and then let's make sure that I drive and I keep my head down for as long as possible. You want to keep your head down. Don't look back for that ball until you're open, because if you start looking back right now, that DB is going to be able to make a play. He's going to be able to catch up because he knows he got beat. He's in that, oh shit, I got to catch up to this guy. So that's what I got to focus on doing. Keep that head down, pump those arms. Don't look until I got him by 3 steps and then make this play downfield. That's a great route. Let's watch it again full speed. Great job using this hesitation release here by Kager. Then giving that sudden jab to the inside, keeping that head down and making sure we explode back upfield. Great route. All right, guys, we want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, fellas, ultimate wide receiver training schedule, all the things wide receivers need to do on the field, in the gym, broken down to a specific schedule, sets and reps, and we include an instructional video where we break down each day of the plan with full speed examples of the drills. Hope you guys could check that out. Very first link in the description. I'll see you guys next time.